the Shaykh, our Shaykh Ibn Qayyim rahimahullah, he said, and Allah knows, I have never seen anyone live a more enjoyable life than him. Ibn Taymiyyah rahimahullah. Despite the imprisonment and the threats and the intimidation, he was the happiest of people. And how many individuals that you see like this, that they are content even though they are incarcerated, right? Even though the individual is serving time, he's doing time, he may be doing life in prison. But this is how Ibn Taymiyyah rahimahullah, he lived his life more enjoyable. He had an enjoyable life despite the imprisonment. So we say to those who are incarcerated, to make your life enjoyable while you're incarcerated, to make your life content, to be from amongst the happiest ones by exerting yourself in worship and obedience and remembrance of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So despite his imprisonment and the threats and intimidation, he was the happiest of people, the most cheerful in spirit, the strongest of heart, and the most content in soul. The radiance of bliss could be seen on his countenance. When we were overwhelmed by fear and bad thoughts, and the world seemed to close in on us, we would go to him. No sooner than seeing him and hearing his words, all of that would depart, and we would return and invigorated with strength and certainty and tranquility. And this is from having a good companion. This is from having those who are strong in iman, those who are strong in their faith, those who do not waver. This is from amongst the good qualities of a companion. When you see him, he brightens your face and he changes the mood, changes your mood to happiness and content, and you feel vigorated and energized based upon seeing him and glancing at him and enjoying his company. Naam ya ibadallah. So it is mentioned, subhanallah, how many individuals that you have that are like this. Someone who will change your whole situation just by a conversation. You had a bad day. You was going through a lot. You were stressing. But the moment that you engage with your companion, he has changed your whole situation to good. فسبحان من أشهد عباده جنته قبل لقائه. Glory be to the one who showed his servants his paradise before meeting him. Subhanallah. Glory be to the one who showed his servants his paradise before meeting him. وفتح لهم أبوابها في دار أعمال, and opened its gates to them in the world of action, meaning this world, because this world is the world of amal. في دار العمل, it is the world of actions, ya ibadallah. فأتاهم في روحها ونسامها وطيبها. So he mentions, and he opened its gates to them in this world of action, providing them from its relief and breeze and fragrance, and that which invigorated their strength to pursue it and to race towards it. So this is from amongst the benefits of Ibn Taymiyyah rahimahullah ta'ala, of his imprisonment, because he enjoyed a good life being in prison, despite the threats and the intimidation. Naam ya ibadallah. So from some of the key terms and concepts, it is that serve as an individual being steadfast, or mada, it requires the individual to be steadfast, to have an istiqamah, no matter the situation, the circumstances. The most important of which are an istiqamah, yani steadfastness, servitude in worship, and zuhd, asceticism. So it is mentioned, al-istiqamah, uprightness and steadfastness. As in Ibn Rajab rahimahullah ta'ala, he said, وَالْإِسْتِقَامَةُ هِيَ سُلُوكُ صِرَاطُ الْمُسْتَقِيمِ وَهُوَ الدِّينُ الْقِيِّمُ مِنْ غَيْرِ تَعْرِيخ. And istiqamah, uprightness or steadfastness, it is the right, it is the act of journeying on a straight path, which is the upright religion, without deviating to the right or to the left. So this includes performing all acts of obedience, both outward and inward, and also it includes avoiding all that is prohibited in the same regard, avoiding the prohibitions of the heart and the body, and embarking upon such an upright journey of the spiritual path is life's greatest honor. Imam Ibn Qayyim rahimahullah, he stated that he heard Shaykh al-Islam Ibn Taymiyyah rahimahullah, he said, al-a'zam al-karima, al-a'zam al-qarimati luzum al-istiqamah. The greatest honor is to adhere to uprightness, is to be steadfast in one's religion. So this is a small benefit that we want to remind ourselves with. Bi-idhnillahi tabaraka wa ta'ala. Al-istiqamah, to be steadfast despite your situation, despite your circumstances, whether you are incarcerated, whether you are on the streets or homeless, whatever situation that you find yourself in, it is that you remain obedient